canopy of the Scorpion Y650 started with this part where I have glued 3 parts to make this nice little canopy here, which goes on top of the frame. Hard gluing anyway. This part was separate and this came in separate, so all I had to do is glue this part and this part here and a bit here and here, so joining and making this canopy here. So next I will be using this little thing here, going on top with the help of M3 into 6 mm 4 pieces of screw, and also that is 4 of these, and hex standoff M3 into 25 mm. 4 of these which will be going here, here, and here, and here. Alright, let me do that and get back to you guys. The X standoffs have been screwed with the M3 screws, and this particular piece is gonna go right in here on top of the frame. 4 M3 screws I'll be using in order to fix this particular frame onto the main frame. No gluing required here. 4 hex standoffs have been screwed along with this part screwed onto the fuselage. Now I will be going ahead and installing these motor mount. 2 goes like this. Same applies to here, and for the back I will be using these 2 along with the M3 into 30 mm 4 pieces onto each motor mount, along with M3 nut that you can see here, here and here. I have installed the motor mounts. Here you can have a closer look. However, once I have my brushless motors, which will be going 2 here, another 2 here, and back here another 2, which I will be installing later. For now, as I'm building only the frame, I've made sure that the motor mount is been installed, it's just a feel good factor, that's about it. So once I have my motors, I will be removing the screws and installing the motors. Next I will be using the back motor mounts, working along with the tail, making a fixture here. I will be showing you how exactly it looks like and what's the procedure involved. More or less it's quite simple. these gaps here, you can see, will be mounted like this, and this part going on top of this, and this being screwed here with the help of this and this. Alright, let me do that now. Made this tail with the help of M3 6mm screws and hex standoffs, M3 into 15mm standoffs, hex standoffs, I mean to say. So this will go here, this will go here with the help of this motor mount, will hold the tail. I'll be showing you that shortly. Assemble the tail onto the fuselage using the M3 nuts and screws. Here you can have a closer look. There was no gluing needed here. All I had to do was screw the frame to the fuselage. Next, the multirotor looks more or less complete, but it hasn't got anywhere close to 70%. I'm quite sure about that, because there are a lot of work to be done in front of the fuselage. I'm building this frame will be completed in this video. I'm quite sure about that. But I'll have to just get some expertise on whether I can go ahead and build the rest of the fuselage with these little things that add on to the cowling before I go ahead and install the PCB, that's a control board. However, I will be installing the landing gear now. I have installed the landing gear. It was quite a job. You can see what I have done here. This part had this kind of a fitting here where I had to make sure there was a linkage that is created with this part and the skids. There was no screwing, but it was pure gluing and a little bit of hard hitting on the part to make the proper fixture. I had to be very careful of the consistency of both the skids being balanced, because this indirectly affects the stabilization of the multirotor. So with a lot of permutation and combination, I made this fixture here with a lot of glue and with a proper surface. I made this. However, this Multirotor Scorpion Y650 is almost 70 to 80% completed. I mean, only the frame, keeping aside all the electronics and the software. And next, as I told you guys previously, I will have to be working on the fuselage, as there are a lot of detailing involved. However, more or less this is completed, but I will not say it's completed until and unless all the frames are in place. I'll just quickly run you guys through the multirotor. I didn't expect it to be this big. This is quite a big multirotor that I have here. Now, as it is in the completion state, this is not a small frame. 650 mm. I felt, because I've always flown planes, so nothing less than 1500 mm is not big for me, because I've flown Easy Sky, Sky Surfer and Yak 12 and a couple of other models that I have here. According to me, I mean, that's what I felt, but now when I look at this frame, it's quite a big frame that I've got here. Anyway, I will be continuing with my build process and giving you some small updates here and there. And yes, I would love to fly this in future once I have all my console set up.